What's going on, Paisanos? V here, and I went to YGO Nationals and actually played in one regional flight and got my invite to Nationals for next year, 2024. I'm gonna go over my main deck, side deck, extra deck. I'll give you guys my reasons and all everything like that. But that's what we got. I guess they're out of the total deck boxes. All right. So once again, I'm gonna go over the main deck, side deck, extra deck. It's a 43 card build, and I'll give you guys a bunch of reasons for everything afterwards. So make sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, comment down below if you want to see more videos. Really easy. All right. So right off the gate, we have 3 Aliber, we have 3 Fauna Albaz, double Blazing Cartesia, double Edgem Chain, Giving Public a Nightmare, Dark Magician, Albion, Bistio Lubellion, Bistio Saranir, Tropic Mercuria, Despian Tragedy, and Guiding Quem, whatever you want to say. Alright, so that's the monster count of the deck. Then we're going to go into the spell lineup. Oh no, trap line. I mean, it's 2 traps. It's Brand of Retribution and Fusion Duplication. This card actually won me my finals. Alright, then we have 3 Brand of Fusion, 3 Brand Fusion Deployment, 3 Brand of Opening, 3 Triple Tactics Thrust, 3 Super Polymerization, double Fright for Patchwork, double Polymerization, 1 Brand of Loss, 1 Triple Tactics Talents, 1 Dark Rule No More, and 1 Brand in Red. So once again, like I said, it's a 43 card, I believe, build. I could be wrong on my map, but I'm pretty sure it's 43. Alright. Then we'll go into the side deck. 1 Jinzo, triple Drone Lockbird, triple Bistio Magnamut, 1 Necro Banshee in Zombie World, 1 Herald of the Abyss. This actually came in clutch. 3 Cosmic Cyclone, and double Evenly Matched for my side deck. Then we're going to go into the extra deck, and it's double Mirror Jade, double Grand Guigonol, double Albion, 1 Dragoon, 1 Mud Dragon, 1 Albion Sanctifier, Drugstapelia, Garura, and Ringbrum, Guardian Chimera, Lubellion, and Sprint. So we'll start from, excuse me, we'll start from the extract more way back. For the extract, I feel like it's mostly staple. If you were running Super Poly, you're basically playing Garura and Mud Dragon. These are taking away a lot of like extracts kind of slots. So one thing people always ask is, well, V, wait a minute, you have no targets for Grand Guigono. Well, you kind of do actually, because Gwem's a Dogmatica monster, counts for it. So Grand Guigono gets Gwem basically. But other than that, it doesn't really do much besides that. But you don't really need to do much if you're looking to go ahead and get the lock ready. So you could go ahead and get the lock ready by sending over your Nightmare monster to the graveyard. Also, you can send Albion, so there's like plays with that. Overall, though, I mean, the extra deck pretty much is super tight, but really, really good. I think I went to every single card at least once throughout the entire event. Renbrum definitely shocked me. I didn't think this card was going to be neat. I actually had a Masquerade instead of Renbrum, but Renbrum was definitely better than Masquerade, and I'm glad I had it in the deck. So that's for the whole side deck, for the extra deck. As far as the side deck, double Evening Match because we play 3 Thrusts. I really feel like you don't need this as badly as you need 3 Cosmic Cyclone. If I had to do everything all over again, if I'm going to be honest with you, what I would do is make 1 Cyclone, or even 1 Evenly, a Dark Hole, because Ibly Lock is a pain to get around. And you're probably watching this profile and saying, what do you have for an Ibly Lock like to get around? Realistically, tripling it over for Bistios. That's all we really have. It's not that good of an answer. The Bistios is still really good against Dragonlink, so you need it. I think in my round 2, I played against the Pearlies. I opened Herald Abyss and Thrust, so he was kind of screwed. I did that, showed him Brand Fusion, and he scooped. This deck has a huge problem against Flunderies, and I feel like there was going to be Flunderies at this event. I didn't play against any, but this is why we have like Drone Lockbird, Necro Banshee. Drone Lockbird's good against a lot of decks, but definitely the Necro Banshee with Zombie World is definitely what you want to play against Flunderies. You really want to shut that deck down as soon as possible. I did play 1 Jinzo. I'm seeing a lot of deck lists that play Branded play like 1 Jinzo in case you play against Labyrinth. In my opinion, you don't need Jinzo. In fact, this probably could be Dark Hole now I think about it, because does it come up? Sure, but Labyrinth has 2 different builds. There's not really a trap dominant deck in the game that warrants Jinzo. You can make a better argument for like Spell Canceller when you play against all these runic variations, and even that's not a good of an argument, to be honest with you. This will probably is going to be Dark Hole moving forward, because I feel like it's a much better card, especially when we're siding against any variation of the runics that are looking to play Ibly to lock us out. Thrust into a Dark Hole will get us to break that lock, so that's definitely what I want to try to go ahead and do moving forward. So that's that. Alright, so one of the biggest changes, one change is I used to play 2 Dark Rule No More, I'm only playing 1. Once again, we played 3 Thrust. Same with Talents. Even though I love this card, since we play 3 thrusts, I feel like we could easily get this card. Even though Talents is like one of my favorite cards, if I can play an extra card, it would definitely be a second one. I'm a big fan of this card. So I'm obviously running the package, the Pfeiffer package. And the reason why is because I feel like a lot of times with this deck, if you don't resolve Branded Fusion, you get to do 1 fusion play, but this will help you extend beyond that. A lot of people are not going to go ahead and Ash Patchwork, they're just not going to, so you're guaranteed to get another fusion play over. Also, it makes your other play with Guardian Chimera just that much better. A lot of times, especially throughout this entire weekend, at an NAWCQ, I played Polymerization, going Chimera, and got all that value. So it's just really cool. I mean, Patchwork basically gets you to Polymerization, gets you a monster in hand. If you have 2 on field or 1 on field and another monster in hand, Chimera's live, and I think it's really important, because Branded Red for Chimera is good, but you're not always going into Branded Red with Chimera, and if you're not doing that, well, at least now you have another way of doing that, which is really important. So I really do like the Polymerization package moving forward. It's definitely going to be in the deck. It's really weird because I kind of want to play a third Patchwork, but the deck's already a little bit bloated, so I don't want to go beyond that. But a good deck overall. Another card I was debating on taking out, I always debate on playing it and not playing it, is Suapali. And to be honest with you, I think this is still a great card. There was a matchup I played against Sky Strikers where I took this card out because it's not needed against Strikers. I mean, yeah, sure, they go Ray, and then you go like Suapali to Ray, and it's kind of cute, but let's be honest, Strikers have many ways of going into the extra deck, and if you Suapali a Ray, it's not going to really do much, so this card's not good against that matchup. I think that was the round before the last round. I played 4 rounds. It was like Runic, the furry deck. I forgot the name of the other monsters. They're not Purelies, but whatever. Some Runic variation. Then I played Strikers. I played Labyrinth. What else did I play? I played 4 rounds. But once again, played one region when I'm at one. Like I said, this build is insane. This wasn't a build I played for the NAWCQ. I wish it was, because this build's definitely, like, in my opinion, the most optimum build of Branded currently in the game right now. Triple Doctor's Thrust is a card you need. There's no workaround. You can play Talents, that's fine, but Thrust is needed. We're also seeing a lot of other decks play Thrust as well. The card's just going to start making its way back into the meta because it's an insanely good card. It allows you to play a different variation of a side deck. It allows you to play even certain cards like 1 Dark Rule No More and 1 Talents in your main deck because you have Thrust. So I think this card's really good. It's a needed card, in my opinion. I'm once again, Dispose the same. Fusion Duplication, I'll put that aside for a second. I'm also playing Puppet. Once again, a lot of people like to say, like, oh, side Puppet. Oh, I don't think Puppet's that good. There are a lot of games where I played against my opponent where I broke their board and then Puppet locked them on their turn. Like, this deck is really good at breaking boards. And I feel like you almost need to play Puppet in your main deck. Is it broken? Yes. Should it be banned? Probably. But it's not. And to be honest with you, this card right here, like, if you could break your opponent's board and Puppet lock them, you're gonna win. Your opponent just lost resources. So, yeah, I don't know. This card's really good. I don't know why people don't want to play this card, but it's a really, really, really good card. 1 Saronir, 1 Lubellion's pretty much obvious. I think everything's pretty much obvious here. 2 Cartesia, 1 Gwem. I never needed a second Gwem. A lot of people always talk about, like, oh man, I wish I could play 2 Gwem. Okay, but you don't need it, but, you know, it feels good, I guess. So in the last round, a little funny story. In the last round, I had Branded Fusion in the graveyard, and I had a set Fusion Duplication. I was playing against Labyrinth. And on his draw phase, I activate Fusion Duplication, I target Branded Fusion. And my opponent wanted to know if he can Ash Blossom and Joy Spring it. Well, I immediately go, I don't think you can, because, you know, that little semicolon. He goes, well, let's double check. You know, it's his right to do it, sure, no problem. Judge walks over, cards in his hand, by the way, throw it out there. He goes, hey, Judge, got a question. And he showed Ash. He's like, he goes, can I Ash Blossom a Fusion Duplication? Judge looks at the card, looks at Branded Fusion, and says, sure. And he goes, okay, I'll Ash it. In case anyone doesn't know, judges aren't supposed to give it that. The opponent has to dedicate to the play. Yeah, it's whatever. Anyway, so obviously I appealed. Another judge came over, and within 2 seconds he went, no, because this card targets, okay? And then on resolution, it banishes and applies the effect, meaning you can Ash Blossom and Joy Spring a card on resolution. Like, you can't do that to any card on resolution. So I played Fusion Duplication. I targeted Branded Fusion. You can't Ash it, obviously. You can Bell it, but you can't Ash it. And unfortunately, for my opponent, you know, obviously that's how it went down, and I wound up winning because that card resolved. This is an insane card. I almost want to play, and this might sound weird or whatever, I almost want to play multiple copies of this card, because all throughout the weekend, my Branded Fusion was getting hit with Ash, and I was just finding ways to get the Fusion Duplication, so I can go ahead and just kill my opponent or lock my opponent out. And I don't know, I might test around maybe 2 of these in the future. This card is so insanely good in the game right now. It's absolutely amazing. So once again, like I said, I'm already set and ready for New Yu-Gi-Oh! Nationals 2024. There is a remote duel extravaganza coming up in about 2 weeks. I'm going to be playing in that. I'll have some videos talking about that. Hopefully Konami will let us film it. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! Nationals this year, people were walking around filming everywhere. They had like a fan content area, but people were filming everywhere. I'll probably do a video giving like a recap of Nationals, but listen, this is the branded deck I'm playing right now. This is absolutely amazing. I definitely recommend you guys check it out. Test with it, try it out, and if you get yourself a regional flight, definitely take this deck there because you'll definitely get a win. It's your boy V, and you boys all have a great day.